Sergei Torop, or as his followers know him, Vissarion, a former traffic cop claiming to be the second coming of Jesus Christ. The same man accused of allowing psychological and physical violence against his followers, child and human rights abuses. Since 1991, he's led a fanatical cult called the Church of the Last Testament in Siberia's Krasnoyarsk region. But a recent police raid against him and his followers landed him in handcuffs.
According to the investigation, the Church of the Last Testament has used people's funds in order to generate revenue from religious activity. Also, accomplices have used psychological violence against its followers, resulting in serious harm. The perpetrators will be charged in the near future.
It didn't take long for Mr. Torop's arrest to make international headlines. So what's so remarkable about this cult? Well, in 1995, it established a commune called the Vissarion Community. And for 2.5 decades, it basically acted as a state within a state in a remote part of Siberia.
There practically existed an independent government on the territory of Krasnoyarsk, known as Vissarionia. They lived in several settlements. This territory was about 2/3 the size of Belgium. And there were checkpoints on this territory which let pass people they wanted and didn't let pass those they didn't want. As we've seen from reports, local police were afraid to get involved, preferring not to intervene and so on. They did whatever they wanted there.
Back in 2019, the church was also investigated for fraud. Interrogations and searches followed, but came up with no suspects. On the outside, their eco-village looks clean and well kept. Residents are supposed to refrain from drugs, alcohol, tobacco, even sugar, a small price to pay for the man they're convinced is the Messiah.
A teacher shouldn't always come in the same body. When it's time to say something, he should be born in this time to form the conscience as others have.
Yes, he's the Lord's word on earth. For us, he's an incarnation of Jesus.
In the 90s, our teacher Vissarion came across the Soviet Union and preached his doctrine. It's not just a religion or faith. It should be your life. That's why we came here, to be a part of the community.
But there's another darker side to the commune. Members were forced to give up their property, children left with no access to health care or education. After their leaders were arrested, authorities discovered not everyone was playing by the rules. Weapons, empty liquor bottles, and extremist literature were everywhere, not to mention the psychological and physical violence police claim residents suffered from. The Vissarion community's lawyers deny the police allegations. They say nobody's rights were infringed. But until a more thorough investigation is conducted into what was going on behind closed doors, we're left with far more questions than answers.